That's right, there are 4 mosques inside Al-Aqsa, and that is because Al-Aqsa is not just a mosque, it is this entire compound. The compound is named Al-Aqsa or Al-Aqsa complex and is popularly also known as the Temple Mount. Now, you may be wondering what is Al-Aqsa Mosque then, because this yellow or golden dome mosque is not Al-Aqsa Mosque. And what are the names of the 4 mosques inside Al-Aqsa? But the most important question, why is Al-Aqsa the most sensitive and contested religious areas in the world? Let's find out. But before we begin this video, a short disclaimer. Everything in this video has been cited from established news reports and reliable sources, and the video does not intend to hurt any sentiments, religious groups, or communities. So I've tried to remain unbiased throughout the length of this video. Because I'm trying to cover a lot of subtopics, there's a chance that I may have missed a few points, a little bit of information. So feel free to use the comment section down below to add those missing information and those missing pieces of the entire story that we're going to cover today in the video. Okay, so what is this? This is Dome of Rock. It is an Islamic shrine at the center of the Al-Aqsa compound, or Al-Aqsa complex. Its initial construction was undertaken by the Umayyad Caliphate on the orders of Abd al-Malik during the late 7th century, and its architecture and mosaics were modeled after nearby Byzantine churches and palaces. The interior of the dome is lavishly decorated with mosaic and marble, much of which was added several centuries after its completion. It also contains Quranic inscriptions. And the name Dome of Rock is because there is a rock under this dome from which the Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heaven during the night journey, Isra and Miraj. This event is of great spiritual importance in Islam, and that is why this is the most sacred site after Mecca and Medina for Muslims. However, this is not primarily a mosque, and it is not traditionally used for regular daily prayers like traditional mosques, but it is a very popular UNESCO heritage site. So, if this is known as the Dome of Rock, what are the 3 mosques and which one is Al-Aqsa Mosque then? Okay, the other 3 mosques are, number 1, the Buraq Mosque, which is the mosque where the ring was tied to the Buraq which means magical horse, on which Prophet Muhammad was ascended to the heavens. Now, number 2 is the Marwani Mosque, which is an underground mosque that was originally built as an alternative place of worship for occasional rainy days. And number 3, the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This is the Al-Aqsa Mosque, also known as the Qibla Mosque, and is the main grand prayer hall of the Al-Aqsa complex. So every time you hear Al-Aqsa Mosque on the news or TV, it is this Al-Aqsa Mosque, not the Dome of Rock. Now, the Al-Aqsa Mosque has the capacity for 5,000 worshippers and has been built and destroyed many times throughout the years. The most notable event associated with the Al-Aqsa Mosque or the Qibla Mosque is the change of the Qibla, which is the direction Muslims face during their prayers. So back then, Muslims used to face to this mosque or to Jerusalem during prayers. Present-day Muslims face to the Kaaba in Mecca in Saudi Arabia. Now, the beauty of this mosque is also that its facade, which was built in 11th century, had 14 stone arches, and most of these were built in Romanesque style. You see, Romanesque style of architecture was a prominent architectural style used for churches and other religious buildings during the same 11th century period. And that's what brings me to my next point. Jerusalem is considered to be one of the most significant and revered cities across the globe for 3 major Abrahamic religion groups, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. And we just talked about how it is significant and important for Islam. Now let's talk about how and why is it important and significant for Christianity and Judaism. You see, for Christians, the Al-Aqsa Mosque complex and the surrounding area in Jerusalem, including the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, are highly significant. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is exactly 7-minute walk from the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and the church is home to 2 of the holiest cities in Christianity: the site where Jesus was crucified, known as Calvary, and the tomb where Jesus was buried and then resurrected. Now, for Judaism, the Temple Mount upon which the Al-Aqsa Mosque is situated holds deep historical and religious significance in their religion. It is considered that there were two ancient Jewish temples on this site. The first temple destroyed by the Babylonians and their second temple, built on the same exact site that stood for 600 years, was then destroyed by the Romans in the 1st century. And so, the western wall, which is currently the western retaining wall of the Temple Mount or Al-Aqsa complex, is regarded as what's left of the second ancient temple's retaining wall. Now, according to the Jewish teachings, the Temple Mount or Al-Aqsa complex is where the third temple should be built when a Messiah or a savior figure is sent by God. And there are renderings, drawings, and physical models of this third temple. But note that these discussions about the constructions of a third temple are highly sensitive and complex, and they have political, religious, and cultural implications. But according to Jewish law, Jews are strictly forbidden to enter the compound or the complex due to the holiness of the site. And that is why the Jewish community are seen worshipping the western wall from outside the Al-Aqsa compound. However, when this regulation was not properly adhered to in recent years, tensions between the two religious groups grew even more intense. And it has also become a delicate issue in the present-day context of Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And that is the story. That is the entire real story that ties the important events of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam to the landmark of Al-Aqsa complex and its surroundings, making it a place where the three major Abrahamic religions converge in Jerusalem. Now, I understand that it is impossible to do justice to all of this information in less than a 10-minute video, so do add to this information in the comment section down below, and thank you for watching today's video. I've also attached a link down below where you can make donations to the lives affected in the ongoing conflict in Palestine. Let's stand together for peace, keeping the families who have lost their loved ones in our thoughts and prayers. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Goodbye.